And your eyes, too, can be beautiful when you use Maybelline. It's so easy. Start with Maybelline's new automatic eyebrow pencil. Use short, feathery strokes. Accent the natural line of your brows.
I assumed it was just seasonal allergies, right? And I took every allergy medicine on the market, which made my skin drier. This summer, however, things took a dramatic turn. I broke out in angry hives all over my face, and I had the feeling of jabbing pins moving just from my eyes, usually every spring and summer, to random spots all over my body, from my scalp to the back of my knees, to my thighs, to my toes, everywhere. And my face looked grotesque. Oozy red welts, rash-like bumps, pimples, hives. I didn't want to leave the house.
When it comes to lashes, I'm not afraid to go big. Let me tell you a little bit about Big Deal. It's a mascara that makes my lashes as big as I want them to be.
This isn't a throw away your makeup video. I wear makeup, most people do. What's interesting isn't that beauty products exist, it's what we're never told about them. Because modern beauty isn't just color and skincare, it's chemistry, supply chains, and economics, shaped more by the corporations than the consumers. And once you start looking at what these products are made of and what it takes to make them, beauty stops feeling personal. It starts to feel designed. Welcome back to Beyond Surface Level, where we pay attention to what most people overlook. This video isn't about shame or purity, it's just information most people never get access to. Because beauty has layers we were never taught to notice. And the less we notice, the easier it is to sell to us. Cosmetics today rely on a cocktail of preservatives, pigments, polymers, plastics, metals, and endocrine disrupting chemicals, none of which show up in influencer reviews or Sephora marketing. Europe has banned over 1,700 chemicals from cosmetics. The United States has banned around 11. Not because Europe is paranoid, but because the US assumes ingredients are safe until proven otherwise. So instead of preventing harm, we respond to it. PFAS, also known as forever chemicals, are found in longwear foundations and waterproof mascaras. Heavy metals like lead, chromium, and arsenic have been detected in lipsticks. Formaldehyde-releasing preservatives appear in hair-strengthening products, and microplastics are used in glitter and shimmer, not for sparkle, but for the texture. These ingredients don't exist because they're the safest. They exist because they're the most profitable. Most of us assume someone somewhere is regulating beauty products, but in the United States, cosmetics don't require pre-market safety testing. Brands can launch a product, scale it globally, and only deal with consequences if enough people get hurt in the public. But even then, the burden of proof doesn't fall on the company, it falls on the consumer. If a product causes reactions or long-term harm, there isn't a centralized agency tracking complaints. There's no database the public can browse. There's no required disclosure. Instead, complaints get fragmented across dermatologists, consumer hotlines, private lawsuits, and quiet settlements. The result isn't a conspiracy. It's just a system optimized for convenience, profit, and plausible deniability. Companies claim safety because the data hasn't proven danger, but the data doesn't exist because no one was required to collect it. In regulation, absence of evidence often becomes evidence of safety. And here's the part most people don't realize. In the US, cosmetics are regulated more like fashion than pharmaceuticals. Makeup doesn't need FDA approval before hitting shelves. The FDA can step in after the fact, but only if there's already evidence of widespread harm. Which raises an uncomfortable question. Who exactly is responsible for proving harm? The consumer? The doctor? The journalist? The regulator? Or the company making billions? Meanwhile, marketing language moves faster than science. Labels like clean, natural, and non-toxic are rarely standardized, so companies can decide what those words mean. And consumers assume those words mean safety, not because they're naive, but because the system encourages trust. But the most unsettling part of beauty isn't what ends up on our skin, it's what it takes to get there. Behind the shimmer of highlights and eyeshadows is mica, a mineral often mined in dangerous, unregulated conditions in India and Madagascar. Children sort through abandoned mines for fragments worth pennies. Meanwhile, the global beauty industry sells the same shimmer for billions. Beauty is global, but so is the burden. Someone pays the cost, and it isn't always the person wearing the makeup.
Mica is used across the world by multinational companies, but here it's not worth much, 13 cents the kilo. Families are constantly trying to uncover more. It's a vicious cycle.
Beauty products don't exist in a vacuum. They exist inside beauty standards. Standards shaped by colonial history, Hollywood, filters, and marketing campaigns. We chase natural looks that still require 20 steps. We chase youth before we've even lived adulthood. And teenagers buy anti-aging products at 12 years old. Because aging has become a defect instead of a timeline. What sells isn't makeup. What sells is insecurity. The skincare economy thrives on cycles it quietly creates. Acids weaken the barrier, serums promise to repair it, retinol accelerates cell turnover, SPF becomes non-negotiable, and the cycle repeats. The industry doesn't just sell solutions, it sells problems that justify them. Fixing damage makes more money than preventing them. Most beauty brands never show sourcing, factory conditions, or the people who make the product possible. Supply chains disappear behind glossy campaigns and celebrity founders. Because beauty works better when it feels luxurious, not industrial. After we wash it off, beauty doesn't disappear. Microplastics from glitter and pigments enter the waterways, chemical runoff moves through soil and oceans, and leftover packaging ends up in the landfills in countries we'll never visit. The beauty routine doesn't end when we remove our makeup, it just keeps moving through the world. Beauty has never been the enemy, the lack of awareness has, because once you start noticing how the system works, you don't unnotice it. You start reading labels, you start asking questions, you start realizing who benefits from not telling you things. And that kind of literacy matters, because researching goes a long way. Supporting brands that value transparency, ethics, and safety creates demand for better systems. Not perfect systems, just better ones. If videos like this make you think differently, like and subscribe, share it with that one friend who loves learning about how things really work. Much love, and I'll see you next Sunday.